Today I'll be picking up from where I left off. Um, I got through the first module in the last two sessions. Let me try and remember what it was about. So it was about cloud computing, right? I can read that much. And it was about the cloud models. Do I remember what that was about? So there was what cloud computing is. And cloud computing, let me just try and remember it. It's the service of providing, for example, storage for servers, databases, over the internet, so you don't have to, as a company, so you don't have to create the whole data center yourself and run it yourself. You don't have the initial capex expenditure, and instead you just have operating costs, and that's it. Okay, I think I'm in the right place in my brain again to talk about cloud computing now. It's been a couple days. I think it's been 2 days, so I just needed to get back to that area in my brain, or something like that. I don't know. Describe the benefits of security and governance. So these are the benefits of using cloud services. So I remember one benefit at least, and that's scalability. Is by using cloud services, it's much easier to scale your IT infrastructure. If you need more storage, just scale up more storage. You can simply just ask the provider for more storage. If you owned the data center yourself, you couldn't simply ask. You would have to buy more storage. And if you were already at max capacity, getting more storage would be really expensive. You would have to build a whole new data center. And that's where cloud computing comes in really handy. It's super easy to scale up, scale down, depending on the data. This is really long. Oh, and high availability, I forgot about that. There's high availability on cloud services. But there are different grades of availability. Usually there's 99% availability, which is quite a bit of uptime, but also a lot of downtime over days or months. So that's why there's also different tiers of availability, such as 99.9 and even 99.99. So that's a benefit of cloud computing. I guess you could also have that in private data centers with a private cloud model. But I guess it could just be expensive again, maybe because it requires backups to be that highly available. I'm not quite sure. I haven't learned anything about that yet. And that's the reliability and predictability, which I don't remember reading. So I'm going to click here. Okay, basically reliability means that there are backups in place. If one region has a catastrophic failure, another region will still be up and working. Okay, and I'll learn more about how exactly this reliability um, is provided. There's also predictability. Predictability in the cloud lets you move forward with confidence. Predictability can be focused on performance predictability or cost predictability. I wish they held the benefits up against not what's just like possible with cloud computing, but what it's like, but how much more possible there is with cloud computing compared to just a normal personal data center for your company. I wish they held up cloud computing against just a private data center. But I guess it's kind of the same. But then again, like a private cloud will not have the same reliability as a public cloud, right? Maybe it can, maybe in some circumstances, but I feel like a public cloud with a lot of clients will have data centers all around the world in different regions. And I don't feel like a private cloud would have that, at least not to the same extent. But maybe that's just me assuming stuff. Why is my PC lagging so hard? Is it because this isn't 1080p or something? I can't even see the thing. It isn't 1080. Oh my god, my PC sucks so bad. Not even that warm. Wow. It recorded fine last time. Maybe I should close Steam too. Oh, it's much better now. Okay, now I'm opening Steam, now it's lagging. Auto scaling and load balancing. That's cool. So because cloud services are much more easily scalable, they can much more easily hit your demand and therefore have a stable performance when it comes to that demand. If the demand rises, a cloud service can scale up the amount of service it gives you, and then have you meet that demand without straining your IT infrastructure. I wonder how easy like auto scaling is to set up, and like what it requires in your personal company. I wonder. Thinking about it, it seems kind of complex. cost predictability is focused on predicting and forecasting the cost of the cloud spend. Right, I guess it just kind of like varies with electricity. And maybe like water cost. I guess that's it. Next up is benefits of security and governance. And the previous was about reliability and performance. So there's like automatic checklists or they're automatic checklists in templates for whether or not your resources that you've deployed in those templates meet the standards and regulatory requirements. That's cool. It makes it easier to meet the regulations. And when the regulations change, you can just update it. Okay. So governance and meeting regulations is easier, and then security is easier. I don't even understand why security is better. Yeah, I don't really get it. Manageability. I feel like it's repeating itself a lot. Like, I know I can automatically scale resource deployment based on or demand. Like, I know that. Deploy resources based on a pre-configured template. I guess that pre-configured template is what makes it easier to auto scale. Right. This was very simple. I feel like management in the cloud is not like, that's not a benefit of cloud. Yes, that's just a feature. I feel like that's a difference. I feel like that's a difference then. Which type of scaling involves adding or removing resources? That is, that's horizontal scaling, right? I think vertical scaling was whether or not, what was how powerful each server of the, or like, yeah, each PC in the data center is, and then horizontal scaling is how many PCs there are. What is characterized as the ability of a system to recover from failures and continue to improve? That's reliability. That's when like one region blows up, gets bombed. There's still another region that can help you. Am I good? Am I good? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let me just check the recording. In this module, you learned about some of the benefits of operating in the cloud. You learned about high availability and reliability, and how those work to keep your applications running. You also learned about how the cloud can provide a more secure environment. Finally, you learned that the cloud provides a highly manageable environment for your resources. You should now be able to describe the benefits of high availability and scalability in the cloud. So high availability means that I feel like high availability and reliability is kind of like the same. Like the servers you use are available for most of the time. There's like high availability. And then scalability is that you can easily adjust the amount of resources that you have deployed when it comes to matching the demand. And then reliability just if one server goes down, another will take its place. And predictability is just, there's predictability in two ways. There's predictability in performance and predictability in cost. When it comes to performance, it's that I feel like again it's the fact that it's the fact that you can very easily change the amount of resources you're using based on the strain that is on the current resources. If there's a lot of strain, you can easily get more resources and you can increase your performance. And you will always know that your performance will match the demand. So that in that way there's predictability in performance. I get it now. Describe the benefits of security. I didn't really get the benefits of security. It felt like depending on what you want personally, you can pick different different service models. And then governance is the fact that there are templates that you can pick. And then there are templates that fit to regulatory requirements. and then you can just make your resources fit that template. And if the standards change, you'll get notified. And if the resources don't meet the standards, you'll get notified. So that's what's cool about governance in the cloud. Now when it comes to manageability, there is manageability of the cloud and manageability in the cloud. In the cloud means that you can use a website, just like a standard UI to adjust how you use the cloud services. I guess you can also use or an API, and then management of the cloud. I don't remember what was about, and I'm not gonna go back and look because I feel like it wasn't that important. I have earned an achievement. Cloud service types. Service type. So there are different cloud service types, which are the infrastructure and platform and software as a service types. Identify appropriate use cases for each cloud service. This feels really relevant. So, I didn't read the prerequisites, but I think I have that. Ability you will have for managing and configuring resources. The shared responsibility model and how it changes with each cloud service type. Yeah, because I feel like I already learned about this. Let's describe infrastructure as a service. PC's lagging. Oh, I hate this PC. Clicking. It's the most flexible category. Infrastructure as a service, flexible. So infrastructure as a service is the service that has the least responsibility. Is the service where the customer has the least responsibility. But if you want to just copy your stuff into another data center or your software, use infrastructure as a service. Now what's the other one? Slow my PC is right now. I'm gonna get the last one. Part of a shut down different environment. Why would I want to do that? I just got really tired. I'm gonna take a break here. If I can hit the button. Oh, this PC's